night from just long like backpacking trips slash road trip. I've been gone for about the past 2 months, but this is the pack that I took out when I was backpacking in the Beartooth. I can't pronounce the first part of it. I'll put it in the location of like where it's located. We just call it the Abracadabra wilderness because sometimes you would see the trail and then other times and just would disappear. But this is the pack that I brought. These are some of the clothes that I brought too. And I tried out a couple different things while I was out there backpacking this past trip. So trying to give you an idea what the weight is. And I think I weighed it about 12. So that's showing about 12 pounds right there. I don't know if you can see that. But this gear list is about 12 pounds. And this is how I actually pack my pack. So we're going to look at everything from the outside and then work our way on the inside of the pack. And it's, man, it's even hot in my room. So first, actually, you know what? Let me show you some of the clothes that I wore. I used these REI breathable like run shorts. I really like these mainly because if you look at this material, you'll see how breathable it is. Like you can almost see my hand through here, and you can breathe right through it. So I like these. These had a built-in underwear liner, which I don't usually do. And the reason why I didn't really like these the whole time, because they don't have any side pockets. Now, I don't like to have stuff in my pockets, but occasionally I like to maybe put like my phone in a pocket, or say like if I'm doing something like with the water bottle, I like to take like the water bottle cap and just put it into my pocket. This was the collar shirt that I use, a little bit more breathable than normal. Again, I'm trying to do like a common theme of having all this stuff be like breathable, because when you're out there and you're sweating and you need to ventilate, it's the worst feeling. And then I just wear a hat, an old Nike hat, and then these socks, darn tough socks. Really liked them. And then I rocked them with my Ultras. These things worked amazing. This is my second pair ever owning, and I paired these up with the Dirty Girl Gators. Dirty Girl Gators are actually still being washed right now. And then I used one trekking pole. Right here's the trekking pole that I used. You might ask like what this is. Well, this is meant for me filming. So this is one of my tripods that I use for filming when I'm out there. Then I got some duct tape for repairs and stuff. So that's the clothes that I wore. And if you have any questions, just ask along. I don't mind answering questions about this gear. So I used a foam pad. I don't typically do a foam pad, but I've been sleeping so well inside my truck using this, I decided to use this. This is the X pad, and you'll notice that it actually has thicker bubbles than normal. This is actually 1.5 inch thick versus like the 3/4. And this doesn't go out all the way. Like you can see, let's see. Like you can see how long this goes. So it doesn't cover my whole body. And you might ask yourself, well, what about your feet? Excellent question. So for my feet, I didn't really worry too much about it. For one, the temperatures were warm. But what I did was I just put my backpack, my back pad down below next to my feet, and it actually worked out really well. So I didn't know what I was going to have for a solution out there. I just kind of winged it, but this worked really good. I'm back. It's Zach. Nice to meet you, man. And then I used Oh, you still hate me? Well, that's good, Zach. So I also used um, a nice little Iceax. This is a lightweight one. Now, did I need it on the trail? Probably didn't need it on the trail because there was no snow. Like there were small amounts of snow. It was kind of like late July, like 10th, and there wasn't a lot of snow up in Montana, at least where I was. But this worked out pretty good as far as like digging cat holes. So it was nice to like dig some cat holes and then I could go to the bathroom much faster. But this weighs like 6 ounces, pretty expensive too. Didn't need it, but I still brought it because I think it's pretty cool. Another thing on the outside of my pack, I kept my Garmin, and this was a nice way for me to send out messages to different people, and it has a tracker, so wherever I'm going, this is tracking me throughout all of my trip. So you can time it where like it sends out like 10 minutes, every 10 minutes it sends out a tracker, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, yada, yada, yada. Zach, we love you, man. Thanks for the compliments. And yeah, you can also send messages. Once you connect this to your phone, you can actually text from your phone and send messages to individuals. So I kept this on the outside of my pack. I don't think I'll keep it here again. When I was hiking, it was moving around a whole lot, and I didn't like the idea that it was sometimes swinging over my shoulder. And then I do have a little compass with a low temperature gauge. Let me know. It did reach up to 100 degrees out there, so it was definitely hot. This is the Zpacks pack right here. It's made out of Ultra. It has the vest paired up with the vest, and I like the vest. It has different little pockets on the side. Now this one didn't get used a whole lot because I typically had this side mainly for the water bottle, and I was drinking probably like a liter of water every 30 minutes. I got sick earlier when I was in Wyoming about dehydration, so it was nice to switch over to something like this where I could just constantly get hydrated. Thanks, Zach. Then on this side, I have a tripod. I thought I'd use this a little bit more. Typically on my solo hikes, I use this a lot. What up there, T-Bird? And this is kind of nice for filming, like when I'm setting up my tent or I need to grapple around something and like film like looking down. So I do like this. This is the Joby, and it's I think it's like called like the spider gripper or gorilla grip. And I didn't use it as much on this trip because I was really just kind of hiking and just hanging out with my friends versus like trying to capture like how I set up my tent and stuff. I do a lot of those kind of videos. This was going to be a different set of video. Now I also kept my bear spray very handy. So this is my vest, and I was able to, if I needed to, I could pull out my bear spray, deploy the pull the little lever, and then I could aim at whatever target that I'm trying to spray at. So bear spray, definitely had to bring it up in Montana. A lot of grizzly bears that you got to be concerned about. You don't know, but there was a ton of signs of bear tracks. There's a lot of bear prints out there and a lot of bear scat, and that was almost everywhere. Now the chances of a bear attack happening in a group goes down significantly a whole bunch. Like you don't have to worry nearly as much. There's times when we're hiking through like the deep woods, like down in the meadows, where bear would be more prevalent to be versus like on top of the ridges. You're not going to see a lot of bears up there on ridges because, you know, they're like normal animals. They're trying to eat. There's not a lot of stuff to eat when you're on top of a ridge with rocks and just grass. So when we were down below, we made sure that we were all together, but all three of us had bear spray. An MVP that was one of mine was the bug net. And I Zach, he's back, man. This guy's the man right here. Zach, I still want to know more about you, but I got to go through all this stuff right here, and I want to make sure I cover every little thing. This is a Sea to Summit bug net, and it works really well if you wear a hat to keep it off your face. And this was an MVP. And another reason why I really like this pack is because it has small little pockets where I can go ahead and put like my wrappers and stuff. Now, make sure that you take your wrappers out because I actually had a mouse. I don't know if you can actually see that right here. But I actually had a mouse and chew a little hole right here. Zach, do you backpack at all, man? You gotta let me know, man. I'll take you out backpacking for sure. Then it has little hip pockets. And it looks like I still have stuff in this hip pocket. Typically, I would just keep snacks in here. So, like, yep, I got some snacks in here. And my gum. Now, it's kind of funny that I bring this gum right here. But I like this gum, not because of the taste. Because it leaves no little wrappers. I can go ahead and pop a piece. And I can start chewing without any wrappers. And one of the biggest things that pollute, like, the outdoors, we call it micro trash, like little pieces of trash. With this gum right here, you don't get that micro trash because you just pop it out and then you can pop it in. And it's not that people intentionally try to litter out there. It's like when you put it in, like, in your pocket, and then you go, like, unzip that pocket for, like, a candy bar or something, something else falls out. You don't have to worry about it with Trident, this type of style. So, I like it. Actually, I'll keep this out. And for this pocket right here, I'll typically keep my phone. So, this is usually my phone pocket. Then outside, kept a little smart water bottle. An extra one. I always try to have at least one full water bottle on me because you don't know when your next water source is. And then, oh, I almost forgot this. This was my alcohol, and I really do like this bottle right here. Couple of reasons. Well, you can actually see what the pressure was. Like, this was just like smushed in. And it's because I was in high elevation, and then coming back down to like normal, like, sea level, it actually sucked it in, which is kind of crazy because you'll notice like some of your bars and stuff will actually almost explode when you get up into high elevation. Like, everything looks almost like bloated. So it was actually kind of funny to see this come down. But this is my alcohol bottle. It actually says alcohol right there. What up, Lenny? I'm not in my bed, said Zach. So, this is what I kept on that part. On the back side. So, I'd also keep my keys in here. And I also kept other little stuff that I needed to get to, say, like, late at night or something. I always kept my headlamp right here. This is the night cord. This is that new one. And I do like this. And I'm probably going to make a review on this, mainly because of a couple reasons. One, this cord actually is glow in the dark. So at nighttime, when it's like hanging and stuff, and you're like, all right, I need to go use the bathroom, you actually have, you can actually find it because it's these little paracord right here actually has some reflectix in it. So that was really nice. And again, it's a rechargeable battery, C charger, and very simple. And it's lightweight too. So I like this right here. And I also kept some little body glide. This is good for like if you're chafing and stuff, and I would apply this at the end of each night. chapstick, hand sanitizer, and then my knife. And I always usually keep like 1 coin in here, just in case if I'm bringing like a bear vault. So that's what I kept in here. This is the knife that I use. It's small. I don't need anything big. I actually use the scissors more than anything. Probably the second thing that I use most is either the tweezers or the toothpick. I hardly ever use a knife. Sometimes I will use a knife, but not too often. So I had to use bear spray. I mean, sorry, not bear spray. Bug juice. And the bugs are so bad out there that this was definitely needed. And I would spray that all over me. Putting it on my neck. I mean, the bugs were that bad. That's why the MVP of this trip was the bug net by far. I used an ever new 0.9 liter water gravity system. I filled this up with water, and then I would put this on a tree, and then I would connect it with my water filter. Then for my water filter, I put a smart water bottle right there, and then I could go ahead and set this up and do some other like task while this is water filtering. So like I could go ahead and sprinkle water on my face, or I could pull out some more munchies if it was in the middle of the day. But I had to do this a lot because it was so hot and dry out there, out west. I use dude wipes, keep everything nice and clean, and I would pack out my dude wipes. So I never bury my dude wipes. It's kind of gross, I know, but what's even more gross is seeing a bunch of TP scattered throughout the national forest. So I pack out my TP. Again, I got a trowel. Didn't use it because I used my my Iceax to dig holes. Camp shoes. I love these right here. This is the Zpacks camp shoes. Each one weighs 1 ounce. Now, they're not great for walking around. You can actually see that I have a lot of indents, but it is nice to actually put these things on and air out your feet at camp. Like in the middle of the night, you can put these things on and you can go and use the restroom versus putting on your wet sneakers, your wet shoes. Let's see. What Iceax did I use, Lenny? I used the Corsa Race Iceax right here. It weighs I think it weighs 6.4 ounces. I got my, let's see, I can weigh it right now. I think it weighs like 6 ounces. Now, I didn't need to bring this. It weighs 6.4 ounces. So it's light, it's small. It's just meant for backpacking. I wouldn't recommend using this as a like mountaineering. It's really small. But for the stuff that I do and the amount of snow that I saw, which was nothing, I mean 6.4 ounces. If I was going on a through hike, I would definitely rock this over here. I have other Iceaxes that I did bring, but this is the one that I decided to choose on this trip right here. Good question, Lenny. Thank you. So another item, important, very important. Sunblock, okay? Sunscreen, sunblock. This is 70. And what that means is it lasts for 70 minutes. And then after 70 minutes, go ahead and apply it. Now, I did pretty well. I'm not usually this tan. Usually, I mean, you probably don't know like what my color is. But I'm very, very white. But seeing that I was out there for 2 months, I started building up more like a tanner complexion. But I still needed this on like certain places like my nose, on the back of my thigh, back of my calves, and so I still apply this maybe once or twice a day. I didn't go crazy with it because I was mixing this with bug spray, and I just had goo all over me. It wasn't the best feeling. I did 10 steaks. These are just 6-inch titaniums, shepherd hooks. And I'm a big fan of shepherd hooks just because of the fact that when you stick this into the dirt, when it's time to take it out, hey, what up, noodles? Hope you're having a good time up in the Tetons. So I like these little shepherd hooks because when I take these out, I don't have to clean them off or anything. Now, I do know, and everyone's going to argue, and probably in the comments, that groundhogs are way better. So here's my argument on groundhogs. Okay, so I've had both. Okay, I've been backpacking for over 10 years, and these work just as good as groundhogs because there's some places it doesn't matter what the ground is because sometimes it's all rock that you're setting up on, or sometimes it's sand. Sometimes in New Hampshire, you're actually setting up on wooden platforms, and you can't go into the ground. So what you get stuck doing is setting these up and then taking like a rock, putting it like right here, and then keeping tension on it. And if it's really windy outside, and I only do this if it's windy outside, I'll put in my tent stake. So you put it in at an angle. So it goes in at an angle, and then I'll take a rock and put it on top. That works, and I've been in some crazy windstorms up in Pisgah National Forest, which is in North Carolina, about 70 miles per hour winds, and I've seen tents break and stuff. My tent still stood up. On a scale, Zach, scale 1 to 10. Hold on, I want to read this. Being the worst ever, how angry are you? I hate both. Zach is the man, and I'm very angry because you're here. All right, Zach. So I used a whoa. Okay, I got this toothbrush from Zpacks. It's kind of comical, but I mean, you can go to the Dollar Tree and buy the same thing. The reason why I got this is because of the toothpaste. So you might see that this is empty, and I actually refill it. Hear me out, okay? So I take like the toothpaste that you buy at like Dollar Tree. It's about this big, right? You can put it, unscrew this, of course, put it in, and then you can squeeze it, and then this will blow out. Now, this is probably good for about 5 days, and then you have to refill it. So I want to take this on a through hike, but for the stuff that I do, typically like section hikes and 4 to 5 days worth of hiking, you know, every ounce counts, and I mean, it's small. You don't need it, but it works for me. So my cap broke off on my Evernew. This what actually goes on right here, and I really like the fact that it stayed on because I could when I would fill this up with water, and if we were dry camping, I could carry another liter. And I just like the fact that this was staying attached, so I didn't ever have to worry about finding it. So I might have to come up with an idea. I might put like a little hole right here or something, and maybe tie this on or something. Maybe I'll tie it on this string right here and have it drip down. I don't know quite yet what I'm gonna do, but I'm also thinking about switching my water bag. This did work well, and it's very light, so that's why I do bring it. Now I get some extra dude wipes in here. They just ended up in my phone's about to die. Let's see. Let's see. I know I got a charger. I know I should probably charge my phone earlier. But I was doing a bunch of stuff this morning. Okay. Luckily, I got some batteries in here. And again, I'll show you everything. I just need to hook up my phone. Okay. 1 second. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that should do the trick for now. Okay. Well, might as well show you the stuff that I pulled out real fast. This is my Zpacks tent that I use. And this is a big dry bag. You don't need this, but to me, it weighs like 0.1 ounce more just to get a bigger bag. And the bags that they typically give you, let me show you this. The bag that they gave me was this right here. This thing is very small, and I hated the fact that it, I was sitting in there and just trying to cram everything in there. So I got rid of this and ended up just using a bigger bag. And I can just stuff it in there, wrap it up, and I'm good. You like me, Zach? I can tell. Zach likes everyone. I still want to know a little bit more about Zach. So, this is the bear bag that I use. I didn't use a bear string. I didn't do a bear hang. I was out in Grizz country, and I used the Iceax Zpacks. Well, actually, I bought it from Zpacks, but this is just like a yurt sack, and it weighs, what was it, 7 ounces. And when you first get this is very stiff, but after time, it actually works out pretty good. My phone might die. I'm at 1%. Let's hope not. So this worked out really well. I could just store my food in here, and I could tie this up, put this next to a tree, and I didn't have to worry about hanging the bear bag. Now, I don't think I would have had to worry about anything when I was on top of the mountains at like 10,000 feet elevation. But, there are critters, like little mice and stuff, that you would have to be a little bit concerned about. Life hack, you put bag inside and fold bag back over stuff. What do you mean? The life hack, zombie, I'm not sure. Life hack, put bag inside, okay, and then fold bag back over your stuff. I'm not sure exactly what you mean. That's cool, zombie. I'll have to tell my husband about that. I'm not sure what he's talking about. I'm kind of confused. Inside. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm probably just reading it wrong. I used a Big Sky International cooking pouch. So I put everything in freeze-dried bags, and then I would put the cooking food right in here. And this allows you to let your food stay in here cooked, and this keeps it nice and warm and insulated. I've been using this for, probably like 7 years now. I also keep my spoon in here. Just see the spoon. You can use any kind of spoon. I prefer plastic over titanium, just because like when I'm like biting down, I don't want to feel the metal on my teeth. And plus, like if I'm stirring something inside my cook pot, I don't like to hear that little scraping noise. So I prefer plastic over titanium. I do own a bunch of titanium. Nothing against it. It's just what I prefer. I also kept my first aid in here. It has some Claritin D, some repair tape, some Dayquil, NyQuil, an extra lighter, some like Advil type stuff. Has some NyQuil, some chapstick, and that's about it. So this was my first aid kit. Didn't really need a whole lot out of there. Nothing else in that bag. And then I brought 2 batteries. So this is the Nightcore battery, 10K, and I actually have one of them hooked up to the phone right now. Then I brought 2 C chargers, and that's how I would go about charging, keeping all my stuff charged, because I brought my GPS, my Garmin, and I brought my phone, and plus I brought microphones too, like what I'm wearing right now. My cook set. This is the first time I think the second time I've used this cook set, and I'm really impressed by it. And this is going to be another review that I plan on doing a little bit later. And actually, I'll give you a quick little weight on this total cook set. 3.9 ounces. That's including the cup. So this is Tokes 550 milliliter, and this is the light version. Inside it, I have a windscreen, titanium. This allows all your heat to stay inside. I got a lighter in here. I have a little, this was the base right here. And this is what allowed it to keep it nice and stable. And the key thing was this right here. This is what I'm going to be making a review on. I bought this on Etsy. It's called Hot Flame. And what I really like about this is that you can put your fuel in here. And I always see if it still has some fuel in here. And it has like this little like fire resistant fabric right here. And you can put your fuel in there. You go ahead and light it. Let's see if there's still fuel in here. Okay, there's no fuel in here. But the nice thing is, when you put your fuel in here, you go ahead and get like a boil. And then when you're done, you blow it out. And if there's still like leftover fuel in here, it's okay. Let's go ahead and put it back on top, and you can reuse that fuel later. So this I love. And I'll give you a quick little demonstration. I'm sure it'll be safe if I just do it in small amounts. But yeah, like you can go ahead and put a little alcohol in here. Probably not the smartest thing doing it inside, but you'll see it. So you can actually, probably can't see the flame, but there's a flame going on. I can blow it out, and should be able to light it again. And there it goes, it lights again. Can't really see it again, unless I turn off the lights. Let's see. I don't want to hold it too much because the aluminum actually gets hot. But I really like this. And this, the whole cook system, the alcohol system, with this and the stand, because you need the stand, and then with the windscreen, it was all about like 1 ounce. And I love the stand. I've tried many other alcohol stoves, but this system seems to be my favorite because of the fact that if there's alcohol left in here, you can go ahead and blow it out. Oh, I love the Tokes. Yeah, noodles. I love the Tokes too. It's my favorite, especially the 55. It seems like to be the best fit for me for the stuff that I do. Because I just make coffee, and then plus I boil water. I don't really cook out of it. Their long spoon for dehydration meals is the best. Yes. Listen to Tokes. She knows. Having a long spoon, so much better when you're eating out of the bag, so you don't get food all over your hand. It's so important. Very important noodles. I like that. So that's a cook system that I use. Really enjoy it. My favorite that I've used so far. And I got a couple that I tested on this break too. I'll do more reviews on those. This was the Zpacks Octa Fleece Hoodie. I need to wash this. It has kind of like a dirt smell going on, a little dusty smell. But this was nice, and you can actually, oh, you can see right through it. Okay, this is good. Good, I was hoping you could see through this. It also has like a little like fabric right here, and I love this material. And what I really like about this hoodie is it has the kangaroo pouch, so you can walk around. And this was great for we get at camp, and I could go ahead and maybe put my phone in there, and I could walk around, keep my hands nice and toasty, and we could go like do like our silo summits. Like we set up camp like around 5 o'clock one night, and then we summited a couple little like small peaks around. And I love this. I like sleeping with it. I actually hike with this as well because it's so breathable, and I can't say anything negative about this except for that you can rip holes in it very easily. What brand of hoodie? This is Zpacks. It's a cottage company. I think they're based in Florida. That's where my pack is from. But there's more. There's other companies that are making these. It's Octa. So it's the material that makes it so well. So if you don't like Zpacks products, there's other companies that make the Octa material. So just make sure that you get the Octa. It prevents all that, like when you're out there hot and sweaty, that it just makes everything breathable. I've tried doing a lot of stuff breathable on this trip, just like with my shorts and my t-shirt and this right here. Everything has holes in it. I need to breathe. I hate getting all sweaty out there. So inside my pack, I have pretty much like a compact garbage bag in here. And I did a couple different things. So I was testing out these REI shorts. And again, they're breathable. They got the little holes and stuff. Not as holy. I kind of wish it was the Octa material. But this is dry fit, and this is a little bit more rough. And I like these because it came up higher on my thighs, which made it really nice for hiking. But I also brought, yeah, I got some underwear in here too. Nothing fancy, just kind. I brought these pants. And looks like we still got a candy bar in one of the pockets. So I wanted to try out these compared to those and see if I like. Again, this is just dry fit material, nothing fancy. And what I liked about these versus the other ones, that these had pockets. So there was times where I was happy about wearing these, and then there's other times I was happy about wearing the REI shorts. You can see like these got super dirty. I probably will throw these away just because they're just so dirty. I mean, I'll try to wash them, but I think some of this dirt is like ingrained. It's all right. They weren't too expensive. I think like $15. But I was testing out these, trying to compare the two, see what I like better. I did miss not having pockets, so I do want to find this material, but with pockets. A dog. Do you have a cat? Asks Noodles to Zach. No, I don't have a cat. A dog? No. So these are the Zpack Octa camp pants. I really like these. I destroyed these, okay? And I'll probably end up ordering another pair, unfortunately. I love sleeping in these. Allows everything to breathe fine, so you're not like getting all clammy in the middle of the night. That was one of my things that I really hate about other pants. I get kind of clammy, get all sweaty and stuff. So again, I bought the Zpacks Octa Camp Pants. I love these things. I've done like 2 reviews on them. Love them. Unfortunately, we were going through some crazy woods, and we lost, like, for about 9 miles, there was no trail. Uh, every once in a while, you see some stack of rocks, little currents, like set up, but 90% of the trail, we did not see a trail at all. So it was tough to navigate, and then it was an old burn section that happened in, I think, 2012. I think one of the guys told us, and they just never cleared it. So you have all these trees on top of each other. So you'd almost like hike on top of one set of a wood pile, then climb on top of another wood pile to climb on another wood pile, and then you could start like walking. Then you would have to climb down the different wood piles. It was again, we called it the Abracadabra National Forest, because sometimes you would see the trail and then all the times just disappear. But yeah, these are, I think, like 6 or 5 ounces. I think they're 5 ounces. So they're pretty light. I don't have to worry about the weight penalty with these. And I'll still keep these. Maybe what I'll do is, seeing that I already have one rip right here, maybe I'll cut these into some shorts and have these as camp shorts. Can't really wear these as just pants. I mean, I guess you could, and just make sure that you wear boxers, because it is really see-through. But very breathable. I love the Octa material. I highly recommend, if you haven't tested out the Octa material. And the price on the sweatpants are pretty reasonable. I think they're like $89. And you know, like, you can buy some Nike pants and they're like $70. So this is the quote that I used on the whole trip. This is Hammock gear, the barrel, and this is a 20-degree hammock. Quilt, and I got the 2 ounce of extra stuffing. It costs probably close to $500. They're expensive, but you can get them custom made to your liking. And I wanted to go with red, and then the black in the inside. And I've been using this. I've taken it on a through hike, and I use it on all my kind of like winter backpacking. Like, this is my go-to. I feel really comfortable and safe in this right here. I don't have to worry about getting too cold. If I get too hot, I just go ahead and open it up. And again, I'm wearing like my Octa stuff, so I still have that warmth. So, sorry. Looks like. Oh, that battery's dying too. Let me put on another battery. I haven't charged. You can tell that I just got home and I haven't charged any of my equipment yet. This one's dead too. Alright, let me go in the other room and grab another battery. Let's see. 1 second. Charge this. Or it's gonna die in the middle. It's probably getting ready to die right now. Let's see. 1 second. Technical difficulties. Charge. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Probably a little bit better now. Probably, like, I don't got the mic on. Couldn't plug in the mic. But can you guys hear me decently? I'll just make sure that when I'm talking, I'm a little bit closer to the phone. If you guys can't hear me that well, I'll plug in a different mic. I think your mic stopped working. Yeah. Jasmine, can you hear me decently? Okay. Jasmine says, "What up?" Oh, hi. T says, "Hi, Noodles." Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you, Noodles. This is my puffy jacket that I use, and I have a bunch of different puffy jackets. This is the one I decided to take on this trip right here. This is the Mount Bell. I think it's called. Oh, jeez, what one is this one called? I don't think it's called the Plasma. The Plasma is the one with the hoodie. But this weighs like 5 ounces. This is actually lighter than my Timber Made. And I can't really move the phone because it's all hooked up. But one of these times I'll show you like my little gear box over there. Let's see. I got a closet full of different gear in here. If you look over here, this has a ton of packs. I got quilts. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different quilts. Hammock stuff. A bunch of different random gear. Jasmine says, hi to Zach. Zach, don't be rude. Make sure you say hi back. So I did bring some gloves. I only wore the gloves one morning. It was cold, yes, but I could have got away with not wearing these. But there's been too many times where I've backpacked up in Washington during summertime, and it gets so cold it almost gets to like freezing temps, and it's nice to be able to walk and have your hands nice and toasty. These are the minus 33. Will I take these on my next trip? No, probably not till like wintertime. Always sleep with a clean pair of socks. This is always nice to keep your feet nice and dry. So I was a big fan of keeping some extra socks inside my pack. These actually don't smell too bad. My other ones are horrendous. I wouldn't do the smell test. So it didn't rain on me on any of these trips. It actually only rained. I'm trying to think when I went backpacking. Let's see. I think I did 3 backpacking trips this summer, and I don't think it rained on me at all. But I brought the Zpacks jacket. This is pretty expensive. They're like $250, and this is. I don't think there's anything special about this. It weighs like 5 ounces. I can double check. 5.7 ounces. And there's nothing special about these jackets right here. So if you can find one for like $150, go for it. There's plenty of other rain jackets that do the same thing. I just like how this looks on me. It has like pit zips. Pit zips, I mean, if I'm sweating that much, I just take it off. So it just, to me, it just kind of looks cool. I got a like Cuban fiber one, and it weighs 2 ounces, but it doesn't fit me that well. This one fits me a little bit better. But do I recommend paying this kind of money on these? No. Rain jackets, they all kind of suck. At least the ultralight ones, they all kind of suck. What brand of socks do you like for backpacking? Noodles asked. So I'm a big fan of Darn Tough socks. These have a lifetime warranty, so if they start getting holy, you can mail these in. You'll get a little like $25 voucher to go ahead and buy some new socks. So you have a lifetime warranty with these, and they're tough. I've used Smart Wool. I really enjoyed Smart Wool, but I just get too many holes in them. What up, Jennifer? Hey, how's it feel to be back home? It feels great. I slept in. and it was dark and it was cool. I didn't have to like wake up at uh, 6 o'clock, 6:30 because sun and people driving by you, and uh, yeah, it didn't get hot, so it was kind of nice. I actually was able to do my dishes properly versus like just dropping some water on it. So it feels good to be back home. Definitely missed it. But I do like sleeping in the truck. It was nice. I'm Jennifer asked, I bet you got some good sleep. No, I didn't get any good sleep. I got great sleep. Great sleep. It was so nice waking up, having a cup of Joe. So there's a couple things that I do want to mention. Nice. We like darn tough too. Yeah. I like also smart wool. Smart wool I think is a better material, but it just doesn't last that long. So I end up going through smart wool socks like every season. So I used to buy a ton of smart wool socks and smart wool everything, like underwear and gloves, and I end up getting holes in them. So I kind of started working away from smart wool just because it just didn't last as long. Um, I brought wind pants. These are also my rain pants. These are pretty light. They weigh under 2 ounces. I think they weigh 1.5 ounces. And they're actually wind pants, but I use them as rain pants. And on really cold mornings, you could pair them up with your Octa fleece pants and then put these over the top, and they're going to be super warm. I wore these some of the nights where we were at 10,000 feet elevation and it was dropping to in the 30s, in the upper 30s. It was nice to walk around with some warm gear. So I love pairing these up with other stuff. I have a couple smart wool base layers. They always end up with holes. I know. I feel you, noodles. I I got some like long, like like the long underwear stuff, and I love them, but I always end up with holes everywhere. So I was also testing out this shirt. So this is very breathable. Okay, you can see right through it. I'll go ahead and put this on, and I wore it a couple times, and I don't I don't know. Like, thing is, it's so see through that you might as well just be walking around with your shirt off the whole time. Um, but it was nice because it didn't get sweaty and wet. So I was testing out this material. I found it on Amazon. I think it was like $12, cheap shirt. But I like the idea of having it be see through, but it's just almost too see through, and I didn't want to be hiking with my friends, and I mean pretty much with my shirt off. So I didn't test this out a whole lot when I was with them, but when I was solo, I'd wear it. And I was just testing it out. I do like it. It's definitely thin. It's thin, and I mean it's breathable. Like, it's not gonna hold sweat at all. Everything's gonna come out. So I really like the theory behind it. And again, this isn't a backpacking shirt. This is me going on a ledge of testing out different equipment. I test out weird stuff. Like, I tried testing out wool leggings. Like the leggings that girls wear, like up to like here. I've tested out wool leggings, seeing if they would work better than like the tights. Uh, yeah, the smart wool is expensive. Sure is. It's expensive, and it's just it doesn't last. It doesn't let At least it doesn't last that long with me. Uh, Speaking of, actually, I don't think this is smart wool, is it? No, this is just a buff. I didn't use this at all on this trip, but I do like it. If it's getting cold outside, you can go ahead and put it over. Typically, I wear it like around my neck, and then um, like in the mornings that are really cold, I'll put it over my face, trying to keep all the warm air in. And It works as a hat. Plus, you can also use it as like a rag. I didn't use that this much on this trip because it was so hot and humid. Actually, not humid. Some parts it was humid, but it wasn't that bad. So I'm not a big fan of this pillow. This is the Sea to Summit. It weighs like 2 ounce, uh, and it's easy to blow up. So it doesn't have a lot of, like when you lay down, like you do want that extra loft, like that I don't know, thickness. So it doesn't work that well. But what I do is I take my pen, I fold it together, and then I put this on my pack, and then I sleep like this, and then it actually works like a real pillow. So I do like this. Now, let me, let me back up a little bit. So on one of my trips, this is just the gear that I used on the Montana trip. But when you pair this up with a pad, it's actually a lot easier to sleep on versus an air mattress. And on one of my trips, I think in Pennsylvania, I did it in also Wyoming. I tried putting this on my air pad, and it would slide off, and then I'm like sleeping without a pillow. So that's why I'm a big fan of these right here. Air pads are warmer though. You can debate about the comfort level, but they are warmer. Typically, they're like if you go high end, like the Thermarest ones, they will be lighter. Like Thermarest is like 12 ounces. And I got one more hat. I got the Octa Fleece Hat. It's a little big on me. Zpacks. It's breathable. Mainly at nighttime, what I would do is just take this and seeing that the Zpacks tents are pretty see-through. Like when I'm sleeping, I would kind of tilt this over my eyes, and it would allow me to sleep a little bit better at nighttime. So that is all the gear that I use on this trip right here. 9 pounds. I mean, sorry, 12 pounds. And if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. A couple things that I think I'm gonna do because I know like if I start talking about different stuff on my channel, YouTube doesn't put out some of my material. Like when I do like reviews on backpacking stuff, seeing that I haven't talked about backpacking stuff in almost like 2 months. I just been talking about like what I'm doing. Been doing a lot of live stuff, so it's actually impacting like my flow of the channel, which is horrible. I don't think it should. I don't think the algorithm should be affected by you just putting out material that you're doing right now, but it does. If my channel is a backpacking channel, um, and if I go put out like a review on, say like this right here, which is backpacking related, not me just like camping and stuff, it YouTube won't put me towards the top of the list. It kind of buries a lot of my information, which is awful. Like I'm kind of annoyed. So one of the things that I think I'm gonna do, and if you think it's a bad idea, let me know in the comments. But I do want to kind of film how, because I lost a lot of weight. I feel like very thin. I think I weighed myself in. I'm like 160, 165, 167. I like to kind of bulk up and get a little bit stronger. Uh, so what I'm thinking about doing is making those because I want to kind of show like the progress of me like increasing my like eating healthy and um, working out and doing like something like positive, but not backpacking. Because if I put those kind of videos out on like live, it's gonna mess up the algorithm and it's gonna mess up my like my goal. Like I want to do so many different things with the channel, but YouTube is preventing me from doing stuff because it wants to push you in a certain direction that the viewers are watching. So what I'm trying to say is I'm thinking about doing some live videos or maybe some short videos of like what I'm eating, what I'm cooking and preparing, and my workout schedule. But I'm gonna put those like on a private, um, like private setting, and it's gonna be for like members only. And I hate the idea that YouTube like puts a price on it. Um, so I'm thinking about I have to put like it makes it so like you have to put a price. So I'm thinking about charging like $1. Um, I would just make it free, and for those who want to check out those videos, I will like it for you to check out those kind of videos. But if I just make public videos like this, it will change. And only it's weird because I really don't want to do it, but I do want to film and show like progress. So it's something that I've been debating about, especially driving home. I was thinking a lot like um, about how I want the channel to go, and I want to continue to do um, backpacking and car camping. So I am gonna get the smart stuff, but if you like that kind of stuff, stay with that. But I am gonna make a side like not a side channel, but a channel like private for members only for like $1, and where like it'll be like how I work out and stuff. If you don't want to join, don't join, please. I don't want you guys to have to pay money. I think it's ridiculous. Uh, nice video. I'll have to pass this video to my husband. He struggles with packing too heavy. Noodles, I make a lot of gear videos. If he does hammock stuff, um, I have so many different kind of videos, and I actually showed like how I use it. Like this right here, it's just me talking about my gear because it's live. But the other videos that I do have, I actually show like the details and like how much everything is, a little bit more detailed. So show him like a good video. This is just a live video where I'm able to interact with people live and like answer questions. Like if you want me to go over something that's particular. Okay, well, that's a lot said. This is the watch that I wore, Garmin watch. I like it. It tells your elevation right there. It also tells you like um, what direction you're going in, how many steps you have. I do recommend this. It did die on me when I was out there for 2 months, and I lost the cord. So I didn't have a cord, but you can get this in the solar version. I'm thinking about probably getting a solar version one, and they're actually pretty nice because after one of my friends, when we were in Joshua Tree, he had 12 days of battery life, and then by the end of Joshua Tree, he had 27 days left of battery life. Long video, but I always enjoy communicating with you all, and I'm still packing up all my stuff right now out of my truck, doing a ton of laundry. I need to get some new tires because the one I had to plug, and then I got a lot of videos that I'm also making, like saving the bird out of the bathroom, the toilet. Uh, that was pretty cool. And then I got other videos I'm going to be posting, um, just of backpacking trips and different gear and stuff. So I got a lot of stuff that I'm going to be sending out to you guys. So I appreciate all the support, and I love this communication. I really enjoyed doing the live, and I'll have to get that Starlink. I'll probably order it after making this right here. But all right, well, everyone, y'all have a blessed day, and if you have any like ideas where you want me to send like make certain kind of videos, you can always send me like an email, and I will. It's coachbill315@gmail.com. Um, so if there's specific videos that you want me to kind of cover and go over, go ahead and send me an email, and I'll go ahead and make something. It'll give me some like something fresh to talk about. So cute from oh love peace and joy. What up? You got another channel. Say what up from Florida. Yeah, buddy. Zach's back. I'm in the waiting room. Okay. Zach still hates everyone. Thank you, Zach. He's so popular. Zach, did your teeth fall out? Enjoy your day. Later, Jennifer. Always a pleasure, and look forward to continue communicating. My teeth didn't fall out. Good call on the Garmin. Yeah, for real, man. J3 Hikes. Glad to see you back at it. I know you. I think this is actually the spring. You went and did like 2 weeks with your AT friends. See you later. Long trip, but I'm back. So, hope you guys all have a great day. And again, you got the solar version, dude. I want the solar version. I want the solar version of the Garmin watch. I definitely need to get it. See ya later. Okay. Well, I'm out of here. Again, if you guys want me to do something like talk about something specific, let me know, and I'll go ahead and make a video like that. Maybe I'll just go live and just we can do like almost like a personal, like, so I can go something like in depth on something. And Zach, hate you too, man. All right, later, y'all. Catch you guys later. Ciao.